Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.
Hey, buddy. Hope it's not weird me just showing up. I can't believe I've known you forever and you've never had me over.
You left a flaming bag of dog poo in front of our door one time. That was kind of a play date.
You need me to...
It's fine.
You guys are cute.
Dick, why are you here?
You saw that article about the Pi Sig house, right? That girl Claire gets raped after one of our parties, and suddenly, school's all in a bunch. There's like this hearing scheduled to try to get us kicked off campus, and that's where you come in.
I get to do the kicking?
You get to be the spy who loves me. The guys were really impressed on how you cleared the frat of the rape last year.
Were they? That means so little.
They knew we had like this connection, so they sent me here to hire you. We need you to do your Veronica thing and prove it's a pack of lies.
Is it? A pack of lies?
We're a frat. Why rape the cow when you're swimming in free milk?
Maybe you guys should hire someone you don't disgust.
They don't care about the disgusted thing. They want you.
Oh boy, look who it is, Vance. Look who's at our front door, knocking on that motherfucker. It's the people that listen to our podcast for some reason. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We're just two boys watching every episode of Veronica Mars for the first time, giving our review and reactions. We're your hosts. I am Joe Welke.
I am Vance.
And today we're talking about Season 3, Episode 4, titled Charlie Don't Surf. The director is Jason Blum. It's written by Diane Ruggiero and Jason Ellen. Original air date, October 24th, 2006, to an audience of 3.33 million people. And before we get into the episode, everybody, join our Discord. The link is in the show notes. Have a lot of fun and good conversations going on there. And join our Patreon, because this week we dropped the first episode of True Blood. Boys watching True Blood. Back on our vampire shit.
We're doing it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're doing it. I watched it. We're going to talk about it. Vance watched it too, I assume.
I watched it. I watched it.
So we got that going on the Patreon. We also are going to be making our way through the Twilight movies. So yeah, that is patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy.
Yes. It's very fitting that we did Twilight with True Blood coming up. Because,
yeah,
boy, oh boy, there's some crossover, I felt.
No. Oh boy, is there.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Did you know that Charlie Don't Surf is also a song by The Clash?
I did not, but that makes sense now. We were trying to figure out what the meaning was behind it.
Yeah, I don't know if it has anything to do with the Clash song.
Yeah.
But maybe that's why they chose that name. I don't know.
It probably is, to be honest with you. The Clash, they're pretty good. Everyone always talks about The Clash as I don't know. They're fine. I have no respect for the originators of things. So the Ramones, the Sex Pistols, the Clash, all the originators of punk rock. I'm they're all right. I'd never listen to them though.
Okay.
You know?
Would you classify Veronica Mars as punk rock? Veronica Mars, the show, not the character.
The show, no. The show is let's say the OC is prestige indie rock. Veronica Mars is trying to copy off of that.
Okay.
To a much lesser success. Veronica Mars is a one-hit wonder in the indie rock world.
I never watched the OC, but I know of those. I know what you're talking about. From what I know of the OC, that sounds accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, Veronica Mars. Speaking of our Discord, Discord's been active lately, especially with this season of Veronica Mars. Some people are. I don't think anyone's on the fence about this season. There's people that are not enjoying it. And there's people that are like, I'm fully in with Veronica Mars. There's a fracture in the listenership, it seems like.
There's some people that are compartmentalizing the show in a way that Veronica compartmentalizes her trauma, you know? They're like, oh, this is this is that, you know? Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm going to say you had an episode earlier this season that you said really just made you feel bad afterwards.
Yes. My big fat Greek rush week.
Yeah. I'm going to say after this episode, I felt really bad. This is the one that bummed me out. This episode bummed me out.
Damn, dude. Damn. Yeah, I mean, this episode is also a bummer. I was explaining to someone yesterday about what happened in this episode, and they're like, Jesus, this is heavy as fuck. And I'm just like, yeah, man, it tackles important issues. It really does. This stuff happens on actual college campuses, and it's not right. But does it make it an enjoyable watch is debatable.
I debate if they tackle the issue as much as present the issue.
Yeah.
But we will
just shove the issue in your fucking face.
We will get into it, but there's a little bit of follow-up from last week's episode. Our Discord users Dom and Chloe Bear 450 brought up the fact that the infallible Vance, was incorrect about Madison being at Hearst. Logan was making a joke about
premature ejaculation.
Yeah, about Dick not lasting long with Madison, which the reference to Madison and Dick I will bring up later. But he was making a joke about that. Asked Madison if her 5 minutes is 1 minute because Dick left class. So I just heard that, didn't get the joke, and I just assumed Madison was at the school. Madison is not. Seems like she might not be showing up, which would make more sense to me for her not to be at the same school as Mac, considering their thing. And then also our Discord user, the Vicar, brought up the fact that the actor Francis Capra, who played Weevil, had some illness and was on medication that was causing him to have like fatigue and swelling and stuff. So that seems to be.
I know that we brought that up of like something's up. Like he looks thicker.
And it felt more medical than, or like medical physical than just like, oh, he's eating good. It felt like it was something different. Yeah. So thanks for that information. That is why we appreciate the Discord. That's why we like to do this weekly. Get corrected when we make our mistakes and get the right information across without, spoiling stuff, since we have never seen these episodes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what energy drink you got today, Vance?
I got a classic. I got the watermelon burst, and I need it.
I am doing the Alani New Juicy Peach because Mark, our Discord user Mark, sent us in a whole new batch of Juicy Peach. So thanks for that, Mark. I feel finally comfortable enough to be able to drink this and have a good day finally.
That is a bribe.
Yeah. Mark was trying.
He was trying.
To get us to do the Sarah Connor Chronicles. Mark does seem excited about True Blood, though.
Yeah.
Mark's been active in that chat, I think. So, Mark, thank you so much, dude. What did we predict for Charlie Don't Surf? I feel like I did Surf Team was dating a girl in the Lilith house or something.
Yeah, you said her surfing team, surfer dating girl in Lilith house, and Veronica investigates him for something. Maybe it's Claire's boyfriend acting suspicious. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's my prediction.
All I know is it was wrong.
I said it was something to do with surfing the web and Mac and some hacker thing. Mac is conveniently
There was some web
not there.
surfing.
There's some web
I'll
surfing.
give five.
There's some web surfing.
5%.
Yeah.
People have used the internet in this show. Yeah. Okay. So this episode opens up with Keith and Veronica. They're in the kitchen preparing a dinner for Logan, who's coming over to meet the parents. Who'd you expect? Sidney Poitier?
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah.
And it is ironic considering when I saw that Poitier reference, I was like, interesting. Because on the DVD, that's like what the first chapter is called, like this. And it was like Poitier. And I was like, interesting. There's no way they're bringing back the newspaper teacher.
Yeah. But Logan's coming over and Veronica warns him, like, hey, don't make any jokes. Don't make any innuendos. Don't even kind of mention that you've touched me anywhere that isn't visible with a long sleeve shirt. And Logan's like, it's going to be fine. Don't worry. I know how to act around parents. I fucking blackmailed Hannah's parents. You think I can't?
I just do the opposite of what I did then.
Yeah. So they're all having dinner together and it's awkward. Keith keeps trying to ask him questions that seem innocuous, but then they don't. And Veronica's like, stop asking him questions like that, Dad. And he's like, I just asked him what classes he's taking.
Yeah.
And Logan says he's taking a communications class which actually has become very helpful because everybody wants to keep interviewing him after his dad's murder. And Keith's like, oh yeah, how's that going? And Veronica's like, Dad, stop! You're embarrassing me. Then Keith is eventually like, what do you want me to fucking talk about with this guy? What do you what hobbies?
Yeah.
And then Logan's like, I like surfing. And then Keith goes, what's your traction? Which I don't know. I've never surfed. I don't know if that's some kind of surfing term. But then Veronica's like, stop, Dad.
Yeah.
And Keith just kind of throws down his fork and spoon. He's like, I can't talk with this guy.
Veronica's being so uncomfortable in this. And she's the one that's uncomfortable more than anybody else.
Yeah.
And Logan mentions that Larry King, they want him to go on Larry King with OJ's kids.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith's like, gonna do it?
Yeah.
Logan's like, I don't know. I was thinking about it. And Veronica's like, stop.
It's interesting the level of attention that apparently Logan has, yet no one at the college seems to pay any attention to him.
I mean,
I don't
blame him. I mean, nobody at the high school paid attention to him, and that was much smaller than her school.
But if Larry King is trying to get you to go on his show, and you're the celebrity son of a guy who was framed for killing your girlfriend, I think there'd be like shots of like two girls in the back being like,
yeah.
But it's crazy.
They just want him at the party. They want him at their party. Those girls exist. They just want him to come and party with them.
Oh, do you want to bring your friend? Oh, you know, the friend that was on trial and the one that found your dad and brought him out, like, who should be synonymous
the one your
with
dad
the case.
Tried to kill.
And, like, Veronica's face will be everywhere too. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's kind of that scene. Then Veronica goes back to college. She's knocking on Mac's door and Parker answers. And Parker's like, Mac is in Bakersfield. Her aunt died, and slams the door in Veronica's face. And Veronica's like, hey, Parker. And she knocks on the door again. Like, we need to talk. And Parker's like, no, we don't. Slams the door and tries to slam the door in Veronica's face again. But Veronica stops. And she's like, hey, look, dude, like, I'm Mac's best friend or one of them. We're going to be seeing each other. I don't want things to be awkward between the two of us. And Parker's like, why would things be awkward between the two of us? You were there when I was being raped and you did nothing to stop me. And you don't understand what I'm going through. And then Veronica's like, you think I don't understand what you're going through? I was raped. I got roofied and I got raped. And then Parker's like, oh my God, a kindred spirit.
Yeah.
Parker's attitude completely flips.
It flips enough. Yeah.
But then Veronica vows to find who raped Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nish shows up. I was right with her name. Her name is Nish.
Yeah.
She's not just a member of the Lilith House. She is the editor of the Hearst Free Press, which I feel like we were kind of questioning, like, what she was.
I
Because
wasn't questioning that she was the editor of Free Press. That was she hired Veronica.
yeah, but I was confused at least about like what the Lilith House was and what her role was with the Lilith House.
Is the Lilith House another sorority, or what is the Lilith House?
I don't think it would be a sorority because don't they have to have Greek letters?
I guess I don't know what the Lilith House is.
Yeah, me neither. But Nish is there. She wants to interview Parker. And Veronica's like, I wouldn't trust this Nish lady. And Nish is like, get bent, Veronica. And Veronica's like, you get bent, Nish. And then Veronica leaves. And Nish is doing an article about all the rapes. And she wants to talk to Parker. And Parker doesn't want to be interviewed. And Nish is like, all right, I got you. But let me just ask one question. You were at the Theta Beta party, right? Were there any Pi Sigs there?
Just leading the witness.
Yep.
I also want to just bring up that Parker is friends with Mac, but she's mad at Veronica for thinking that she was so slutty when she was having sex.
Mm-hmm.
What did
Mac's the one that told Veronica that?
Yeah, I feel like Mac would have laid the groundwork to make her feel better about Veronica.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a traumatizing event.
I understand, but she's buddy with Mac. Like, she's so tied to
They're
Mac.
going to the gym together.
Yeah, they live together.
Yeah.
So I just think like that would be the thing. Also, it'd be traumatizing to stay in the same dorm room that it happened in.
That's true.
Like, I don't
Did
know.
you notice that on their door, Parker has a little like whiteboard that's all decorated and cute, and Mac just has a piece of masking tape that says Mac on it?
I would have a deadbolt on that and a Ring camera.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Get Veronica to equip you with some security cameras.
Right. And
they might be from like the 1950s spy films, but they'll do something.
Yeah. Hand out some tasers too.
Yeah. But so yeah, Nish asks Parker some questions about this party. So then we go to Logan, who's with his financial advisor. And his financial advisor is like, bro, you're burning through your trust fund. That was supposed to last you until you were like 28 or whatever, however old it was. He's like, you only got 14 months left of this. And Logan's like, what? How is it? How can that be? And the financial advisor's like, you're fucking spending money out the wazoo. That's how it can be. And Logan's like, no, there's some money missing, man. This is going too fast. I don't trust this. And I would like to look through my financial records. And the financial advisor's like, I thought you'd never ask. Here's all your records.
Yeah.
So then Logan's getting off an elevator with Veronica to go to his room. And Veronica's like, well, my dad has a good accountant. Maybe he can look into your financial records. And Logan's like, oh, I thought you'd never ask. And he opens the door to reveal there's like 15 boxes of financial records to go through.
Veronica's trying to solve the Hearst rapist case, also go to college, also work at the library. This is a full-time job going through the amount of discovery boxes that he has.
Yeah.
Like, you need a team of paralegals, legal assistants to go through all this.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of work to be done for old Logan Eccles here.
My first advice for Logan would be, 1, get out of the hotel, buy an apartment.
Oh, now you're telling him to get out of the hotel.
Oh, see, I think you're misconstruing. Duncan Kane was living in the hotel, and that's what I was talking about when I said living in the hotel. Duncan Kane's dad still continually makes money and is a billionaire. He can live in that hotel permanently. The dude's living in Australia with the baby.
He's not as rich.
Logan has a finite amount of money. His dad does not make any more, and he does not make any. So he needs to just... I mean, he had enough money to buy Weevil's house at one point.
Yeah, I was going to say, he needs to invest in some property.
He needs to now move into Weevil's house because he already has that. That's step 1. Step 2, drop out of college. What? He's not getting a full ride there unless he's getting a full ride. That'll save him some. And then 3, start going on some reality TV shows. He can do a nice 5-year run.
Yes.
5-year run on MTV on The Challenge.
Celebrity Big Brother.
The Challenge or
yes,
whatever.
That's exactly who they're looking for.
Road Rules.
Disgraced family of disgraced celebrities.
Go on Celebrity Survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He can do a 5-year run.
Rounds, dude.
5-year run of that. Make some money. That's
Be
my
a real like Jack Osborne.
Yeah. I think
Dancing with the Stars.
Doesn't he do like music stuff? Wasn't he working with like Fuse or Pitch? What was he doing? He was on like music stuff too, like behind the scenes. But
Kelly Osborne was actually doing music. Maybe Jack was like a host of like a VH1 show or something.
No, I think he was like doing like kind of A&R work type stuff, like that kind of stuff.
For real?
Yeah.
Huh.
But you know, they were like one of the first reality people. But anyway, that's what I was saying. That would be my advice for Logan. Stop paying. I can't even believe this guy's sitting in this hotel room. Like, you need to figure something out. It's like, why are you still renting this hotel room?
Yeah, Logan needs to do some embarrassing celebrity TV shows for sure.
Yeah.
So we go to Keith at the Mars Investigations office, and who shows up but Maya from Just Shoot Me?
Yeah.
Knocks on the door. She goes, "Remember me?" Keith goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, quirky."
And it's Laura San Giacomo from Just Shoot Me, and what's the movie? Pretty Woman. She's also in Pretty Woman and other stuff. But yeah.
And so she's there. She thinks her husband's cheating on her. She thinks he's having an affair. He works late. He's got mysterious calls, doing business trips. She's like, "Oh, it's all so cliche." And plus, they're in a loveless marriage. They're glorified roommates, but he's a good father. But I don't know what to do, and I need you to spy on this guy. And Keith's like, "All right." And that's that. Veronica is helping some guy at the library, and Wallace shows up for fucking just this one scene.
Exposition scene.
Yeah. There is a newspaper article about the Pi Sig frat and how they are the common thread in all of the rapes on campus. And Veronica's like, "I don't really know about that, but I don't trust Nish, but I also don't trust the frat guys. So I don't know who to believe here."
I love that they get their information from like the school paper so much.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I think I would have expected from this show when I thought it was going to be smaller high school related stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but now it's college related stuff.
I mean, this is beyond college what's happening to these people.
Yeah, they're definitely on a hellmouth.
Mm-hmm.
Neptune's way worse than Sunnydale.
Yes.
But so Veronica is like not super stoked about this. She's in a pickle. She doesn't know who to believe. So Keith is leaving home and he's about to walk out, but he sees Dick Casablancas is outside. He was on the like little porch area and he wants to see Veronica Mars. And Keith walks him inside, calls Veronica, and Veronica's like, "What the hell are you doing here, Dick?" And Dick's like, "Hey, did you read that article about my frat, the Pi Sigs that I'm rushing?" She's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, the Pi Sigs were impressed with how you cleared their name last year of the rapes, so they want to hire you to prove that we are innocent once again." And I was like, this is actually a pretty fucking good idea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in theory, yeah, it makes sense.
And Veronica's like, "Oh, okay." And she concocts a plan of like, "Oh, I'm going to get on the inside of this frat who I still suspect is behind these rapes. So I'm going to like get behind enemy lines basically." And she's like, "I want full access to the frat. I want everything. I want to be able to interview all the frat brothers. And also my fee is $1,500. And Dick is like, "All right, cool. Bet we got a deal."
Yeah. What's missing in this scene, in your description of the scene, is the fact that Dick had a line such as, "We're a frat. Why rape the cow when you're swimming in milk for free? When you're swimming in free milk?" Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's less about that for me, that line specifically, because Dick is an awful person. But he's in Veronica's house for the first time. He shows up, he's already making fun of that, like, oh, look at that little kitchen, you know?
Yeah.
And Veronica just doesn't seem to have a reaction to Dick like you would expect. To hear him say the thing that he's saying, to also, why is he? It's like season 2 didn't happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, her reaction to that line, it was kind of like a playful eye roll, like a, oh, Dick.
Yeah.
That's just Dick being Dick, you know? That was, yeah. Dick is...
And he's so like
I don't
chipper.
know what they're doing with him.
He's so like chipper and like unaware, and he's like making fun of like their little apartment. And
well, I was like, Keith is leaving to go on a stakeout, which we'll talk about in a second.
Because Weevil's not working for him anymore, so he has to do his.
Yeah, he actually has to do the job of a private investigator. But he's leaving, and he turns to Veronica. He's like, "You gonna be all right with this guy alone?" And Veronica's like, "I can handle myself." But then you see how much bigger Dick is than Veronica.
I'm like, if he came back and you were dead, it'd be like, yeah, that's your fault, Keith. You should have waited.
I mean, Veronica is suspicious of this entire frat, and Dick is, as you love to reintroduce to our analysis, is the guy that's brought the drugs to the party where Veronica was assaulted by Beaver.
Yes.
Dick is not a good dude.
That is something I was going to bring up later about the Dick part, but I will bring up another thing I was going to bring up later, is that Keith has to know about the rapes happening at his daughter's college.
Yeah,
why is he not ever talking to her about any of this? Like, he doesn't know that she has been sexually assaulted. So he does not know about her history of that. But he does know the history of reading, hey, there's a bunch of girls getting their heads shaved.
Yeah.
One of those people is Mac's roommate. He definitely know Mac is traumatized by the Beaver situation. He has to know that Beaver was Dick's brother. like he's a private investigator. Keith is not unaware of these things. And I don't understand how there's not a scene where Keith has not talked to Veronica about what's happening on her campus.
Vance can attest to this because he goes through the same thing as well. But my parents live in Baltimore. If there's an earthquake in San Francisco, my parents text me about, like, did you feel the earthquake?
Yeah.
Keith is in Neptune. Veronica's going to college in Neptune where there's a bunch of rapes happening. And they don't talk about it at all.
He's not concerned. He's not sneaking around. He's not like, hey, what's going on with that? Have you heard about anything this? Like, no,
do you need any help? Like, here's extra security. I guess,
I just need him. I just need to know that he's aware of what's happening in the town. Like, this is bigger news because the police are, like, the sheriff's involved in it. This is getting posted. Like, I just,
I actually did pay attention to the opening credits this time around.
Mm-hmm.
And Piz is in it. Mac is in it.
Mm-hmm. Parker's in it.
And also the Sheriff Lamb is in it.
Sheriff Lamb is in it with his smirk, and he's putting Weevil in the
cop car. Yeah.
I hate watching that. That one's like, yeah.
But I want to reiterate, I do like this plan by the frat to be like, hey, if they are like, we're innocent, we're going to get the girl that like is the private investigator on campus. We're going to get her to prove that we are innocent.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, they're like, we don't care that you're disgusted by us. We want you. It's just something,
So Keith's on a stakeout for that lady. Her name is Harmony in this show. Maya from Just Shoot Me. And he is, he calls her. He's like, hey, look, nothing out of the ordinary. He's just working late. Like he's at his office. And then they're like kind of flirting over the phone a little bit. And then someone shows up And Keith starts taking pictures, and it's the husband and some other lady. And Keith's like, oh, no.
Yeah, she's got like a
Oh,
briefcase.
no. Yeah.
The Mars love calling their clients mid stakeout.
Yeah.
Like when Veronica called that lady, hey, I found him. He's at this address. I'm going to go sneak up closer to see what he's doing. Hey, just don't make that phone call. Finish the investigation first.
Let it play out.
Yeah. Keith's like,
he calls her and then he hangs up, and then immediately after, like something suspicious happens. It's like, dude, wait till the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Keith is now like a little disappointed. He's like, And I guess they must have lost their brand deal with Nikon because they had the Nikon blacked out on this camera.
At least he's back in his just shoot me photographer level.
Yes, he is. Elliot. Mm-hmm. Elliot from Just Shoot Me.
Yeah.
Elliot and Maya back on their shit.
I wonder if that show holds up.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I remember one episode where David Spade had to get across the city because he was thinking he was going to have a threesome with like two hot ladies.
Oh, and then everyone's letting him go through. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's letting him go through because he's like, I'm about to have a threesome. And they're like, go, man, go.
It's the Willy Wonka. Run home, Charlie. Run home.
I remember liking that show when I was fucking like 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a great cast.
Yeah. Wendy Malick, dude.
Wendy Malick, Enrico Tony. Yeah.
Rachel Lefebvre.
This is not
George Siegel.
Yeah, George Siegel. R.I.P. I think he passed away.
Yeah, I think he did. Anyway, so then Veronica, she's at home, and Keith comes out of the back, and Veronica's like, oh, don't you look fancy? Why are you smelling all good? You're cologned up. And Keith's like, I gotta go to traffic court. And Veronica's dressed up too. She's in a pantsuit. And Keith is like, what are you? She's like, I'm investigating this frat. And Keith says, yeah, my accountant's looking into Logan's financial records too. He should have some news by the end of the week or whatever.
Can I ask, does Veronica dress like this because she thinks this makes her less appealing to be assaulted?
I think so. I think that's what she explains later on.
Yeah, I get it, but I don't like the messaging of that. If you dress frumpy, you can't be sexually assaulted. You know, like it's because she did that with the party that I guess she thought that was more businessy. I don't know, but this one, I don't know. This beige suit is so.
The suit looks so ill-fitting on her. Like it looks puffy and weird, and I couldn't tell if she was wearing a tie or not.
Yeah,
it was just like everything was so ill-fitting. It looked like she was wearing like a muscle suit underneath of that suit.
Yeah, did she take $100 out of the $1,500 she's supposed to get paid and just buy this? Because I don't think she has this in her closet.
I don't know, man.
Right.
It's not in Veronica's closet, but another sitcom from back in that era of Just Shoot Me.
Yeah.
Kirstie Alley.
Yeah. George Siegel played her dad in Look Who's Talking.
There we go, man. We're tying it all together. That's 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon to this whole cast.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So Keith is at the office of Mars Investigations, and Harmony shows up. She's like, hey, I brought some pizza. You cool for lunch? And Keith is like, hey, so I did my investigation. There's a lady named Carly Hearn. She dropped off your husband. And Harmony's like, shit, Carly Hearn? Keith's like, you know her? And Harmony's like, yeah, my husband works with her, and she's the smartest woman I ever met. And then Keith is like, hey, it's possible that they're just doing business. And Harmony's like, yeah, I don't know about it. But I thought that it would be like some blonde, like Hooters waitress or something. I wish it was, but this lady's actually impressive. So I don't know I don't know how to feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Keith pulls out a bug and he's like, you know how to bug a tie, or what do you know how to, you ever tie your husband's tie? And I was like, that's going to be pretty obvious.
I just picture that he's getting ready for work and she's sitting there. You know that scene that you see in TV shows that I don't believe happens that much in real life, where they're tying the tie and having a conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be trickier to tie a tie that way.
I've never had a woman tie my tie, except for when I was like 7 and didn't know how to do it. My mom taught me how to do it.
You haven't lived, Joe. You haven't lived until you had a full adult woman tie your tie.
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't had that seduction method done to me.
Every day you get up for work, you put your suit on, you got your briefcase about to go out, and then your wife ties your tie and she slips a bug in it.
Honey, I need my tie tied.
Next, you're going to tell me you've never had a woman lay out your socks for you.
Yeah. So Keith's plan is to have Harmony bug her husband's tie so that they can listen in to the conversations that he's having with Carly Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go to the Pi Sig house. Veronica's there in her pantsuit. And she explains in her inner monologue, like, nothing says don't rape me like wearing a pantsuit. And
it can happen to anybody, guys. It's just.
Yeah.
And what is she? She thinks she's going to get date rape drugged here?
I don't know. They hired her.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
So then she meets up with Chip. That's that guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Meets up with Chip. She's like, I need you to tell me where all the frat guys were at the time of the party and the time of the rape. And Chip's like scoffing in her face. I'm just like, you hired her. You're trying to prove that none of these guys did this.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, that's going to be a little difficult. I was just like, dude. So Veronica's like, all right, well, let's get specific then. Who was in charge of serving drinks at the party?
The haunted house party. So I guess we're already
it's like
in October.
Boo you. Yeah, I mean, this aired in October, so that would make sense. So he says the guy that was serving the drinks is named Charleston. And so Veronica goes to interview Charleston, and Chip warned her that this guy's an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing pinball, and Veronica's trying to ask him questions. And he was the last guy that Claire remembers getting a drink from.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, look, all I did was pour flat soda into plastic cups. So what do you want from me? And Veronica's like, did you work the stand all night? He's like, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. And Veronica's like, all right, well, you're a rape suspect, my guy. So maybe you want to get some information to me.
Yeah, this scene rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. So Charleston is an Asian guy. His name's Charleston Chew. His last name's like Chew, but his first name, they just call him Charleston. His first name's not like Charleston.
Yeah, it's like some kind of
Xiong or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like not really trying to give Veronica the time of day, but she is adamant that he's the one that did it. Immediately, first person she questioned, he's the one. And she even calls him Token during this process, which I was like, okay, wow. And then she brings up the Duke lacrosse rape scandal that happened.
Yep.
Which I remember hearing about
I
that.
remember that too.
So I would think that this Hearst one would spread at least through Neptune, if not nationally, because the Duke one spread nationally. That was a big one. Then I was also wondering why the police aren't there questioning the frat house at all. I was like, is there a bigger case happening in Neptune that Sheriff Lamb is working on?
I'm sure that there's some minority doing something that he's got to be on the case for.
Yeah, he should be at the school because Weevil's there. He should just be profiling
True.
Weevil. So, yeah.
I don't know. He only deals with high school cases. Like, he's probably still dealing with the PCHers in high school.
Yeah.
But after Veronica's kind of like, well, dude, you're like suspect number one. So you look real suspicious because you're not giving me any information. She walks away, and Charleston chases after. He's like, all right, here's some more info. Once the bank reached a certain amount, the max or whatever, like I kind of got lost in this, but basically what I got to was like, he went to go find Chip, and he found Chip in his room naked and sweaty, like he was just banging. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's the information that I feel was like important to get out of that scene.
Yeah, he said that, and my note is just like, okay, so Chip
Yeah.
was having sex with someone. Like,
Yeah.
it's a frat house at a party.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He's like, wait, I really gotta tell you this. Chip was having sex with someone. Okay.
I went to go find Chip and I saw him. It seemed like he was banging.
Yeah.
Veronic's like, good for Chip, I guess.
What she takes from this
Anyway.
is so, yeah.
So then they hear a commotion outside, and it's because there is a protest outside their house with all these women that are chanting like, don't rape, no rape on campus or whatever. Then Veronica goes outside and Dick comes out shirtless and like swim shorts, and he puts his arm around Veronica and he's like, see what we fucking are dealing with, dude.
Yeah, and Veronica looks sad because Parker is there and she sees her. And we got to mention, Parker's hair grew back, or is this wig perfect?
It's a
now?
much better wig. Much better wig.
Is it it's still a wig still, or is it this her
There's no
hair?
way. I mean, the other girls still have shaved heads.
Yeah, but we know that they're not really, they're wearing bald caps. So I'm wondering if they just let her have, I wonder if they just let her use her regular
Parker
hair.
have her regular hair.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a wig anymore.
Yeah.
I really wanted the silly wig the whole season, though.
Me too. Honestly, that was like the one dark humor element of this all. It's just that goofy ass wig.
I just wanted her to like have it on and then like get in a heated argument at some point and have to take it off.
Yeah, she's like in somebody's face. Her head is shaking. And it's just like it just wiggles in front of her eyes. And
she's like, he did this to me. She takes it off and someone's like, oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
That wig was so bad. It was so funny. But I think this is her real, I don't know. It looked too
It seems
natural.
like it's her real hair, yeah. But then we go to Keith and Harmony. They're bonding over, Keith's telling stories about arresting the wrong guy as the sheriff or something.
Mm.
And she's got her heels off. They're having a good old time.
Yeah.
Then Veronica and Logan show up, and Keith's like, "Whoa, hey Veronica, Harmony, this is my daughter Veronica." And Harmony's like, "Oh, you're the one." And Veronica's like, "Yeah." And then Veronica looks at Keith, kind of like, "I see what you're fucking doing here now. I get this cologne situation, you sly dog."
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then so Harmony leaves. Keith tells Logan that his accountant was looking over all of the things, and he finished his like report and analysis of Logan's financial records. And it seems like the financial advisor isn't stealing anything. He's not embezzling. He's not skimming off the top or whatever. But the Eccles estate does contribute $10,000 a month to an organization called Aaron's Kids. And that's where all of your missing money's been going. And Logan's like, okay, interesting. So then
fuck them kids.
Exactly. This was also such a weird cut.
Because
they're in the office.
This is a whole terrible thing. But yeah, I'll let you explain it.
So they're in the office, and Keith drops this news to Logan.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't a commercial break or anything.
Nope.
It's just a cut to Logan walking back into the office. And he's like, I went to get Ty. And he brought, but I ended up getting a massage instead.
I heard that joke. I didn't like it, but I heard it.
Yeah. So he brought food back, and Veronica finds out that Aaron's Kids was a charity that Aaron Eccles, the Eccles estate, used to donate to, but it shut down years ago. But there is a new version of Aaron's Kids with a Z, Kids with a Z.
Cards for kids.
That is chaired by Avi Kaufman, which was Aaron's business manager. And it's not an actual charity. And it seems like this guy Avi's been stealing from Logan.
Immediately when this happened, I was thinking, Keith is being lazy as fuck as a PI. Mm-hmm. And my thought was, when he said the information that, oh, there's this charity that's getting donated to, my thought was, I don't think this charity would still be running after he was convicted, after he was murdered. There would not be you would not have an Aaron's Kids charity with his name on it that would still be getting money. So Keith, I would
the
think,
guy who was suspected pedophile.
Yes. So my thought would be, if I was Keith and I was investigating this, or my accountant brought this information to me, I'd be like, wait, this doesn't even make sense. Why are they still collecting money? Why is this even still formed? Keith does not do any of that. And then Veronica, I guess, being smart, goes, yeah, that doesn't even make any sense. My dad is phoning it in. So she researches this while he goes to pick up Ty. I don't know why he didn't get Ty on the way there the first time. I don't know why they're walking in.
That cut bothered me so much, where they're in the office, then cut to Logan coming back into the office. I was like, what?
I just wish it would have been Keith saying, hey, there seems to be money being donated to like some Aaron's Kids charity. Like, I didn't look fully into it, but he's like, no, it's nothing. I'm like, it's no way there's an Aaron's Kids charity.
He had to flirt with fucking Harmony. She brought pizza. He had to tell her what a terrible sheriff he was. I arrested the wrong guy. Can you believe that?
Hey, this is your college age daughter's boyfriend's finances that you're dealing with, Keith. Get it together. You got a lot of stake riding.
How's he gonna woo her if he's broke?
You're gonna need him to bail one of you guys out when you do some illegal shit.
Yeah. So then we have Logan and Veronica there in the dining hall at college, and Logan's like, should I fucking threaten this Avi guy? Should I like dangle him upside down off of the side of a building? And Veronica's like, no, I'm going to do some more research before you do that. And Logan's like, logic.
I can't believe she's about to do more research into this.
Yep.
This is so much work.
It is. But then she sees Chip, and she's like, I got to go ask Chip. Do you mind if I go put the screws to some guy? And Logan's like, go for it, honey. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
He's going to screw your brains out. Yeah.
So she goes up to Chip, and his hands are bruised. And Veronica's like, what's up with the hand bruise?
I will say I noticed the hand bruising in the frat house scene.
Okay, see, I did not.
Yeah.
But Veronica does here.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why are your hands all bruised? And he's like, I slipped and fell into a door. Anyway, what do you want to know? And Veronica's like, hey, so I heard that you were, Charleston caught you banging some lady the night that, is it Claire that she's investigating, or is it Parker?
It's Claire, the one that got the text.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like, I heard that you were banging some other lady the night that Claire got assaulted. Who's that lady? Tell me who it is. I can confirm with her, and that's your alibi, and you're off the hook. And Chip's like, how about no? And Veronica's like, why are you making this so difficult?
I also don't understand why saying that Chip had sex with someone else would free the frat. There are multiple members there.
Well, it would at least prove that Chip didn't do it. And
Yeah,
I think that's what she's getting at.
But then she would have to do that with every guy if that's the way she's planning to do this. You have to then clear every suspect, which you can't because it was the party at their house, and Chip could do it still.
Yeah, he can sneak out afterwards.
Yeah,
there's nothing stopping him. But Chip is like, I'm not telling you, and even if I did, the girl that I was banging would never admit it. And I was like, oh, is it Kendall Casablancas? Is she back from the dead?
At that point, I was like, why? Like, who would it be that I would care in the show?
Guess what? You're not going to care. Because the girl that Chip was banging was Charleston's girlfriend.
We don't know that.
Isn't that the girl that he's making out with?
That Chu's making out with? What are you talking about?
Yeah, Charleston.
Yeah.
That's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's who Chip was banging.
No, but we don't prove that. That's never confirmed.
Veronica goes up and confronts her about it, and she's like, hey, you were banging Chip. And she's like, I'm not saying I'm banging Chip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not confirmed. There's nothing confirming that.
Dude, I think it's pretty confirmed. This girl is just like being an asshole to Veronica.
Wouldn't you be an asshole to someone that came up to you and remember when Veronica accused Chip of rape last season? And he was an asshole to her because of that? Did you not watch last week's episode where Veronica kept accusing so many people of things and then they would be wrong and be wrong? Hey, RA, why did you rape Parker? I didn't rape Parker. I don't know.
No,
I
she's
just felt
talking
like,
about like, hey, look, dude, like I'm trying to like prove this guy's innocent. Like your boy toy on the side, like you were with him. Like, why won't you just tell me that you were with him? And she's like, I don't want to fucking tell you that I'm with him.
yeah, I don't think she confirmed. I don't think it's confirmed. I think
I
Veronica
disagree.
takes this and goes, hey, I interviewed one guy at a party, and I'm assuming that because he won't tell me, it has to be the girlfriend of the guy.
See,
Yeah.
here's how I think that Chip eventually told her, and then she's going to confirm with this girl, and the girl is like, I'm not going to admit anything because it's going to make me look bad.
Oh, I did not get that Chip told her, because Chip was like, I'm not telling you, and this girl would never give you this information. I think he walks away.
All right, man.
I think this
Discord,
is Veronica
chime
reaching.
in.
I think this is Veronica reaching.
So then Dick shows up, and he's like, dude, did you prove that we're innocent yet or what? Brother's getting pissed. And Ryan's like, there's like 50 of you in this frat. Like, how am I? I'm still doing my investigation. And Veronica also notices that Dick's hand is also bruised.
Yeah, I noticed this in
And
the
she's
scene
like, what
where he
happened?
puts his arm around her.
Yeah. And Veronica's like, what's up with your hand? He's like, oh, a window slammed shut on it. And Veronica's like, huh, interesting. So I also got to ask you a question, Dick. So I heard that on the night of Claire's rape, that you showed up to Logan's place all out of sorts and being like, oh, I messed up big time. I screwed up big time. What was that about? And Dick is like, ugh, you and your questions, Veronica, and then just walks away.
Yeah, this is the night of Parker's rape, not Claire's.
Oh, no, Parker's, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot to keep track of on this campus. Yeah. But yeah, he says, I trusted. Oh, he says something about like, I hate trusting whipped friends.
Oh, yeah. Why do I tell Logan anything if he's just going to tell his girlfriend all this shit and blah, blah, blah. And he just walks away, and Veronica doesn't follow him, doesn't ask him, like, hey, don't walk away from me. She pulls a classic Buffy, just lets the guy walk away.
The VO in this next scene is what broke me this episode.
All right, well, then I'll let you take it over here.
So we go from her finally asking about, hey, you know that scene that happened in the first episode where it seemed like Dick was really going through some stuff, carrying over from the second season and into this? We get her sitting in her room, Veronica sitting in her room, and the VO goes, Dick, a rapist? 2 in the same household, possibly? Quarterback's running a Manning family. Oh well, time to figure out where Logan's money is going. And this broke me. This absolutely crushed everything inside my being. You know that Dick could be a rapist because he tried to rape Madison.
Yeah.
He literally was roofing his girlfriend to have sex with her at the Pomeroy party. That was the goal. Yeah. You know that. Yeah. Why are you shocked, Veronica, that there could be 2 rapists in that household when you know? You even accused Dick of raping you and breaking his surfboard. Like, are you not watching the show that you're in? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, am I not? I don't know. And she does a classic early season one where it's like, well, that's a lot of traumatizing stuff. Time to figure out where my boyfriend money is. Like, no, focus. Stay on that. Stay on that.
Focus on what's really important. Let me bust out my whiteboard.
Yeah, at first I was like, this whiteboard is ridiculous. It was like question mark. And I was like, is that it? And then later they do a time lapse and she's filled it out. She's made like 50 million phone calls to figure out something.
She's investigating where Logan's money's going. She's calling a bunch of different people, Mercado Enterprises, Ryan Douglas. And yeah, there's a time leap. Keith comes home and he sees that Veronica's been doing research. And he's like, what you working on, honey? She's like,
I already told you that Logan's money is going to that charity for kids. What are you?
I told you to stay away from this case. Stay very far away from it. But she's done a lot of like Charlie, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, following the yarn.
Yeah.
And it all leads to someone named Charlie Stone. And Keith's like, who's Charlie Stone? And Veronica's like, I'll tell you in the next scene. I'll tell you, audience, in the next scene. So she goes to Logan's. Logan is he's just longingly looking out into the city at night from his balcony. She shows up and he turns around and is like, oh, hey, what's up, honey? Just out here pondering the meaning of life.
Is this the last thing Beaver saw when he jumped off this murder hotel building? Like, I mean, insane to me, but yeah.
So Veronica shows up. She's like, hey, I followed the trust money all the way down the rabbit hole, and the payments are going specifically to one guy named Charlie Stone. Do you know anybody named Charlie Stone, Logan? And Logan's like, no. Should I? And she goes, you should. Charlie Stone is your brother. Dun, dun, dun.
No. We don't need a long lost brother. I was like, we don't need another character like this. He's already got a sister that turned out to be adopted. Now he's got
he's got a secret brother. Dad kept it a secret. Business manager kept it a secret. They've been paying him a bunch of stuff, a bunch of money just to keep his mouth shut.
Would this have come to light during the whole trial stuff? I don't know. I don't know enough about this.
Idea.
I don't.
Charlie Stone, though, he's a teacher in San Juan Capistrano. And she gives Logan his number. And Logan's like, I don't know what to do. So he calls him. Gets a voicemail. And he's like, hey, it's Logan Eccles. Turns out you might be my brother or something. So give me a call back. My number is, if we get a voicemail, I do these quotes of the day. Don't pay any attention to that. Just
Missed opportunity for his brother to have a quote of the day when he called.
Oh,
that's
in a different show. Yeah.
I was like, if he calls his brother and his brother also does the quote of the day, I'd be like, that's funny that's the one thing that carried over.
Yeah. So Veronica, she goes and she finds Parker on campus, and Parker's pissed that Veronica's working for the frat. And Veronica's like, I'm not actually working for the frat. I'm working, well, technically I'm being paid by the frat, but I'm using them to get closer to see what's going on and to prove who's actually behind all this. And Parker's like, yeah, sure you are. You fucking traitor. And she's like, why don't you just talk to Dick Casablancas so he can wrap his arms around you again. You can cuddle up with him and give him sweet smooches. And Veronica's like, it's funny that you bring up Dick Casablancas. How do you know him again? Parker's like, I met him at a party. I thought he was cute and I gave him my number. And Veronica's like, yeah, actually, I remember Max saying that he was looking for you the night of the rape. So what happened there? And it's something like Dick was at the Halloween party and he chased some girl through the party and called her a bitch after something happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all the information that Veronica gets, really.
I'm on Parker's side with her being upset with Veronica and not wanting to trust her after seeing her in her business attire outside of the friend.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, I could see why Parker would be.
Yeah, exactly.
So we then go to Keith. Keith's on another stakeout. He's outside of some Italian restaurant, and he's listening into the bug that Harmony put on her husband's tie. And a husband and a lady, they're leaving. Looks like they might be holding hands. And then Keith is like, okay. The husband walks this lady to her car, opens the door for her, and then she leans in. She smooches him. Keith's like, oh, now's my chance. Cha-chee.
Mm-hmm.
Take some pictures. But before all this, they're just having business conversations. Like, it's very banal, very like, oh, what do you think about this project that we're working on? Blah, 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 blah. You think we're going to be able to get the blah, 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 the RPI and the RPO?
Business jargon.
But yes, the big crescendo here is the kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And Keith takes the pictures and he looks really disappointed, but also kind of like, well, now maybe I've got a shot with Harmony.
Yeah.
So that's where that scene ends. And it's critical that we say that's where that scene ends.
It's very critical. That's it.
So then Veronica is meeting with the one girl. Her name is it Nancy?
Yes.
The girl from the first episode that was heading the rally against.
This is the girl that Dick called a bitch at the Halloween, at the haunted house party. Yeah.
Yes. And she explains that she went to the Pi Sig's haunted house party and they put a bunch of animal traps or rat traps on all of their gropable parts so that if anybody tried to grab them, then they would get snapped in a rat trap. And she's like, and sure enough, within a couple of minutes, Dick Casablancas tried to grab me and the rat trap snapped on him and they called me a bitch and he chased me out of the party. And Veronica's like, so that's where all the bruised hands went. And that's actually a really fucking hilarious idea. I love that you did that.
This is after Veronica like shamed her for going to the party beforehand.
Yeah.
That was no, my thought was, why are people still going to these frat parties too? If this is the frat that people think the date rapes are happening in. But the fact that Veronica is just like, oh, isn't that a little hypocritical for you to go to the party? I was
ironic.
Like, geez, Veronica, like this is a victim. Why'd you go back to the party then? I was like, whoa, what side are you? You're supposed to pretend that you're on their side at least, right? Have some compassion in the opening.
But she says that Nancy says that she and Claire were at this party and they went through the little like spooky dungeon thing.
Grope room. How big are these rat traps that they would not be, that they were on their gropable parts, but also enough that they would get your knuckles and not just your fingers? Those bruises look like they were in a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild, man. Yeah.
But whatever.
So she's like, yeah, me and Claire were there. And then everybody started trying to grope us and rat traps went out. I ran out of the party after Dick was chasing me. But I left with a girl. I thought it was Claire, but it wasn't Claire. It was some other girl.
And I guess there was no way to find Claire after that. No cell phone, no like, hey, maybe I should look for my friend.
Yeah.
I was very, I don't remember exactly how this went down in this show, but it does seem strange that the two of them came together, didn't leave together.
Yeah. Especially if they're there to be like, people are getting raped at this house. Let me abandon my friends.
Yeah. If I'm Nancy, I'm like traumatized right now. Like talking to Veronica, like she should feel the guilt that Veronica feels about the Parker thing. That's not even Veronica's fault.
Yeah.
You literally walked Claire into the lion's den.
So Veronica goes to the last place that Nancy thought that she saw Claire. It's a convenience store. And Veronica asked the convenience store owner if he saw, she's got a picture of, is it Parker or is that Claire? It's a picture of Claire, right?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, did you remember seeing this girl? And the store owner is, I don't know what acting choices this guy was making. But
he's a character actor that's been in a bunch of stuff, but I remember him as the junkyard cat owner in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He's at the junkyard when Dennis gets the cat that won't die.
And he's like, yeah, I remember her. She was here. She was so drunk she could barely stand. She was in here with a guy, and he was trying to buy some prophylactics. And he was mad because he couldn't use his credit card to buy his condoms. So I told him to go to the ATM outside. And he went and he got them. And then he came back and he bought his family protection, family planning materials. And then they left together.
I don't know if you can do this voice, Joe. I don't know if you should be doing this.
I don't know if that guy could do that voice. It was fucking crazy. And he's like, eyes are getting super wide at certain points. And I was just like, what the hell is going on?
You know what's crazy to me?
It was a cartoon, dude.
You know what's crazy to me is that Veronica doesn't show him any pictures of the guys at the frat. This guy would obviously know, like he recognized from the photo this girl. And it says this guy came in. And it's like, hey, Veronica, go get a frat book. Go right now to the frat.
The
year
portrait.
Yeah, get that, bring it in and be like, did you see was any of these guys the guy? But he mentions later that the guy had to go to an ATM because they had a $15
credit card minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't want to just buy a couple things.
That's pretty high. Usually like it's like 10.
Yeah. But I mean, like, hey,
15's pretty high.
you're about to have sex with a girl. I think you're going to just spend the $15 and not like.
Right. Get a couple Gatorades for after.
They could buy something, buy some snacks, load up.
Couple cigs.
Yeah.
Chex Mix.
What are the condoms at this point? At least 5, 8? Like, what are they? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, unless he's buying like just one.
They come in 3-packs at the smallest, I think. So,
yeah.
like,
that'd be 5. I mean, you get 2 Gatorades, that's another 5 or 6.
you know, buy the bigger pack of condoms for $10 and then buy some snacks. I don't know.
Yeah. Ask the girl what her favorite snack is. Be a gentleman.
Be a gentleman, you rapist.
Oh, man. But, yeah, so Veronica gets that information, and it's crucial that we know that they went to the ATM.
Yes.
So we have Logan meeting up with Charlie Stone, and they're having a couple beers. Well, Logan is. This guy looks like he's just drinking tea or something. And Charlie Stone is telling him, like, yeah, my mom met Aaron when she was a flight attendant or a stewardess or whatever. And my mom was hot as fuck, though, dude. You have to understand. And they met on a flight. And of course, Aaron was mystified by her beauty. And Logan's like, yeah, it checks out. And Charlie's like, look, man, I gotta say, like, and I knew for a couple years, my mom told me around 10 years old that Aaron was my dad when we saw one of his movies. And I gotta say, I was always a little jealous of your life, but then not really, because I saw all the strife that you went through. Like your sister's doing all this crazy shit, and like you're going through all this stuff. And yeah, I'm not envious of you. But they do bond over that they're both worried that Aaron's psychotic mental state would be passed on to them. It's in their blood.
They got the Riverdale serial killer gene.
Yeah. So they're worried, like, oh, maybe this is just like part of being an Eccles, you know? We're gonna end up being crazy murderers.
Yeah.
Then Veronica shows up, and she's like, hey, oh, sorry, am I interrupting anything? And Logan's like, nah, this is Charlie. He's my half brother.
It would be,
like, yeah, I'm about to head out.
It would be hilarious if Veronica comes in and she's like, this is who you were cheating on me with.
So Charlie's like, I gotta head out. I gotta grade some papers. Gotta grade them, get them done early so I can wake up and go surfing at this one place. And Logan's like, you surf? And Charlie's like, hell yeah, man, I fucking surf. Logan's like, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Wow, people surfing in Neptune? Wow. Wow, who would have guessed?
It's wild.
And this actor playing Charlie is Matt Kazukri. I have not seen him and stuff, but he's been in Gilmore Girls, The Good Wife, and The Resident. So our listeners have probably seen him. He didn't look like a teacher. I'll say that.
No, he did not.
Yeah,
he did not.
Mm-hmm.
So Veronica, she's walking around. She's like, you know, part of me really wants to be happy for Logan.
Wait, can I just say last episode, the whole takeaway was not to be suspicious and follow Logan around and, you know, just let things happen.
Well, she's not suspicious of Logan this time, Vance. She's like, part of me wants to be happy for Logan. He found a long lost brother. He's a really cool dude. They're bonding. They're going to maybe surf together. I don't know. It seemed like they're getting along swimmingly. But then the other part of me is Veronica Mars. And I just can't let that be. So I did some digging on this Charlie guy. I'm showing up to his school right now. I'm going to knock on his door and I'm going to make sure. I just want to confirm something. She knocks on the door of Mr. Stone's classroom and a different guy answers the door. And Veronica's like, oh, I'm sorry, are you a substitute? Is Mr. Stone out today? And this guy goes, no, I am Mr. Stone. I'm Charlie Stone. Why? Who the fuck are you? He's like, I'm just somebody looking for somebody. Don't mind me. Goodbye.
Another twist in this show. And this actor I recognize as Ryan Eggold. He's in The Blacklist, New Amsterdam, and a movie that came out this year, My Secret Santa, where a woman goes undercover as Santa Claus to get her kid into skiing or whatever. One of those, it's on the level of a Hot Frosty.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So, yeah.
So the guy that Logan was bonding with and chatting it up with is a fucking liar. He's fake Charlie Stone, fake ass bitch.
Okay. I was like, there's so much happening in this. I guess this is the B story and Keith is the C story.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Logan's surfing with fake Charlie Stone. Logan starts telling him a story about one of the Eccles family Christmases. They're just like out on the water on their surfboards. And he's like, yeah, my dad got me a present, but he could tell that I had like unwrapped it early and rewrapped it because I wanted to see what it was. And Aaron got all upset and he made me open a different present that was a dozen pears. And he's like, you're not going to get to open another present until you eat all these pears. And so Logan started eating the pears, but it wasn't fast enough for Aaron. So he started shoving pears down Logan's throat. And Logan was choking. And he was just about to pass out, but then his mom pulled a knife on Aaron, held it up to his throat. And to this day, that's why I get sick at the sight of pears.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. This is, you can't, it tracks.
Yeah, we knew that there was abuse. I didn't know it was like this crazy, Yeah, we saw the belt whipping scene.
Yeah,
but like mom, this is a whole other level of like he's choking Logan with pears.
This was Christmas.
And then the mom pulled a knife on Aaron. So fake Charlie Stone is like, wow, that's crazy, bro. Anyway.
Logan could have solved his whole problem if he hired a hitman to take his dad out.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have got off with the police here. Like they can't charge anybody with murder.
Yeah, that's certainly true. So then they're done surfing. They're walking on the beach, and Veronica's there waiting for him. And Logan's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Veronica?" And she's like, "Hey, what's up, Logan? Hey, what's up, Norman Phipps?" And fake Charlie Stone is like, "Sorry, what? Who's that?" It's like, "Norman Phipps. That's your name. You're a contributor to Vanity Fair, and now you're just doing this whole lie situation to get closer to Logan so that you can have a story for your Vanity Fair article." And Logan looks at fake Charlie Stone, a.k.a. Norman Phipps. He's like, I trusted you. I bonded with you. I told you that story about the pears.
Mm-hmm.
And Norman's like, what can I say, man? Got a job to do. And then Logan looks like he's about to punch him. And Norman's like, go on. Punch me. I fucking dare you. That's just what this story needs. And then Logan's like, I shouldn't. But I'm gonna. And he punches Norman Phipps.
Yeah.
And then Veronica apologizes to Logan. She's like, sorry, I couldn't leave well enough alone. And Logan looks at her like, unbelievable.
And at this point, I was like, how did Veronica get her brother's number and call this guy? It was one of those things where I was like, I'm not sure how this guy pretending to be her brother got it, because she was like, your brother's phone number was in the phone book. So she was able to get Charlie Stone's number from the phone book. So the number that she gave would have gone to Charlie, the teacher. So I was just like, all right.
It's explained.
It is explained, but I'm saying at this moment tracking, I was just like, I don't understand how this happened.
Yeah. So we go to Keith with Harmony, and he shows her a pic. Keith, this is so fucked up what he did here. This is so fucked up what he did, playing with Harmony's emotions like this.
He knows that we're watching this show that's called Veronica Mars.
Yes. So he's meeting with Harmony, And he goes, I got some real bad news here for you. Look at this picture I took. And it's a picture of Harmony's husband kissing his mystery mistress.
Mm-hmm.
And Harmony looks at it. She's like, God, I don't know how to feel. I feel sick to my stomach. My husband's cheating on me. This is horrible. This is life-shattering news. And then Keith goes, all right, you sat with that? Well, you need to hear what's on this tape before you have any kind of judgments. And he pulls out a tape recorder and hits play. And it's the husband talking to the lady about business stuff. And then she kisses him. And he goes, whoa, what are you doing? We can't do this. I have a wife. I have a kid. What are you doing? Don't kiss me. And then Keith hits stop and goes, yeah, she kissed him, but he turned her down and reassigned the project she was working on to somebody else. So turns out your husband's actually a good guy. And I just did this whole prank on you for whatever reason.
This is the level that he did with his own daughter when he when he withheld information that he was actually the father. He's like, if you sign that, you can never be a king. You can never be a king. Well, you don't have to, because I got the test. I was just testing you, my high school age daughter.
See how loyal you were to me.
He will do that with his love interest, his daughter. But in the Keith morality check, because this is brought up on the season 2 finale Q&A, whether or not Vinny Van Lowe or Keith is more moral. Like, what's the difference between their morality? Vinny Van Lowe would definitely bury that tape and sleep with Harmony. That's the difference between Keith and Vinny Van Lowe. Vinny Van Lowe would have showed the picture and been like, damn, this guy's a fucking cheater. So you want to get out of here?
So what are you up to tonight? You doing anything this weekend? Seems like you're going to have your pretty free schedule. It seems like.
Yeah, you're going to kick him out of the house, right? And, so I should come over, 8:30?
Yeah. But you can tell that Keith is like, I'm blowing it with this lady by giving her this information, but this is the truth. I thought it was fucked up that he led with the, here's the picture. Let me devastate you real quick. And let me do the switcheroo. It is actually like...
And it's double, now that you bring it up, it's even more devastating because she's already been looking for an out in the relationship previous to this. And now she has, him being a faithful husband, which knocks him up a peg, but it doesn't make their marriage much better. So now she's even more trapped. She's not even she's now trapped in a loveless marriage with a faithful man. She's already
maybe
mentally.
This will reignite the spark that she's got to see and hear that he turned this lady down, who she's kind of admires.
Maybe, I don't know. It's not great for her.
I don't know, man. I just at the start of the scene, that I was just like, Keith, that is so fucked up.
Because she went down the whole rabbit hole. Do I kick him out? Do I have to get a divorce? Where do my kids live? He's like, whoa.
Yeah, he let her sit in that dread for a good while.
Yeah.
And
I will say, if you want to argue against Keith there, you can argue against Keith for that one. That's a terrible way to do that to someone that you care about.
Yeah.
But at least he did reveal it.
But then at the end of the scene, she's just kind of like, so I guess I just go home to my loving husband now? And Keith's like, yep, adios, see ya.
Here's my invoice. You got to pay me for this.
Oh, you thought I was doing this for free?
Yeah.
No, if I'm not getting a date out of this, you owe me fucking $2,000.
Honestly, if Keith if she didn't tie her husband's tie, there'd be nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So that makes you think about all the times that Keith does photograph people getting kissed and doesn't have the audio to back it up.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah. So then Veronica shows up to the Mars Investigations office and she asks Keith about a previous case where he got pictures from an ATM and how did he do that? And Keith's like, I got connections. And Veronica's like, can you give me the connection to that connection? And he's like, yeah, sure, I guess.
Hey, is this have anything to do with the multiple rape cases at Hearst College that I keep hearing about?
No,
how Keith? How do you what? What?
She's just working independently. You know, don't worry about it.
She
So
she's dating Logan, and Dick has a blanket shields up at your house. You gotta be. I don't know.
So Veronica's walking around campus. There's a bunch of Pi Sigs, like all in suits. I don't know where they're going.
They're going to the hearing, the case, the whole thing. That's the reason Dick came to the place, because they're having a hearing about the.
Okay. So Veronica runs into them and she's like, "Hey, I got this picture from an ATM that shows that Claire was with some guy at 2 a.m, but Claire woke up alone in a park with her head shaved at 5 a.m. So this picture from the ATM, which is with a guy that's not in the Pi Sigs. She was with this guy.
Asian guy.
Yeah. Which is not, he's an Asian guy, but he's not Charleston, who's the only Asian member of your frat. So that exonerates you guys. So you guys are innocent. I just proved it. I was like, that's 3 hours of like, a lot can happen in 3 hours.
My question was, is the guy behind her the rapist? And why is this information why is this information not being brought to cops and everyone else? Or why is it like,
why don't we figure out who that guy is?
Yeah, I was like, why are we not finding out who this guy is? We're like, well, he's not a Pi Sig, so you guys are free to go. This reminds me exactly of the rapes of Graf.
Yeah.
Where she was like, well, it's not Troy. Job done.
Mm-hmm.
Wipe my hands of that. Like, no. Like,
well, job done between her and the Pi Sigs.
Yeah, but fuck that. You think it's trying to figure out who this guy is. She doesn't even seem to have the reaction when she gives it to him. Like, have any of you guys ever seen this guy?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's not one of ours. I'm like, yeah, but does he even go to the school? Like, who is this person?
Well, it was weird, too, because when she delivers this news to them, like, all of the Pi Sigs start laughing. They're like, yeah. They're like slapping hands with each other.
Because they're going to get off. They're going to get off at the
hearing.
Well,
it was more, it wasn't like relief, like, yes, we've been proven innocent. It was like laughing at people. Like, it seemed like,
I don't know. I think they're like the $1,500 we paid is actually worked out. I think that's what I felt more. But
it also could be because as the camera pans around and reveals that the girls from the Lilith house or whatever, the rally girls, are standing behind Veronica as she's like proven that they didn't do it. And they're all pissed at Veronica.
Yeah.
They're all standing there with their arms crossed.
When did the Greek chorus of feminist shame arrive? Is Veronica's voiceover. I'm just like, I just don't understand why she's so casual about having a picture of a guy that might have done it.
Yeah. She's not looking into that. She's got to figure out Charlie Stone.
She doesn't even have a copy of the photo to be like, hey, Claire, do you know who this guy is? Did you see him? What? Like, right? Isn't that the thing?
Maybe that's next episode.
Next episode will be I don't know.
But before we get it talking about next episode, we have the real Charlie Stone getting mobbed by paparazzi because he's actually the secret son of Aaron Eccles.
What? I don't know. I guess this would happen.
Yeah. So then we have Parker going up to Veronica and she's like, way to go, fucking Veronica. The Pi Sigs were proven innocent. You happy now? And Veronica's like, yeah, because they were innocent. And Parker's like, yeah, fuck you. And Veronica's like, I'm trying to find out who's actually doing this. Like, you want to just have like the frat blamed for not doing anything? Or do you want to actually find out who's actually doing this? And Parker's like, then just kind of walks away.
That's been my argument the whole time. It's like they're coming down on this frat, and I'm like, this seems like a lone sociopath that's doing this.
Yeah.
Frat or no frat. I mean, the frat might be the cover. It gives you the access to parties where you can spike drinks, but I don't know, man.
I'm still saying it's Mr. Foyle. That's my prediction still. the TA from episode 1 that we
Would-
haven't seen since.
Would we never go back to sociology class?
That was a criminology class. That was criminology.
Yeah, sorry. Sociology is the other one.
Yeah, that's the Professor Homer Simpson.
That's Homer Simpson.
Ryder Strong. Sam.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Veronica's on campus and Logan shows up and he's smooching on Veronica, and Logan actually did go on Larry King, and Logan he's talking about Charlie Stone, and
he's super excited in this scene. He is chipper.
Yeah, he's really
he
happy.
is bouncing. Veronica has on her Ray Charles sunglasses.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But Logan's all excited, and the whole fake Charlie Stone situation erased any good feelings that he could have had about his family. But he wants to find this Norman Phipps guy because Logan gave him a pocket watch that was his grandfather's, and it was like had some sentimental value, and he wants it back.
the grandfather makes sense because it's on the father's side, but he has so much sentimental stuff. He has a pocket watch, and he also has the lighter that his mom gave.
Lighter.
And I guess none of these burned up when the mansion burned down.
Why didn't the mom take the lighter? Oh no, she left the lighter when she went to go jump off the bridge. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what he always has, the lighter
Yeah.
that he just doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But Logan's like, "Hey, will you go find this Norman Phipps guy and get my pocket watch back?"
I hated that. I hated that he
This-
wanted Veronica to find the guy who is easy to find. He is a contributor for Vanity Fair. This is not oh my God, how are we going to find this random person? No, Logan, you'd find it. You go to Vanity
Well, I
Fair's
hate it.
office and you get it.
Well, I hated the next part where Veronica does find him and confronts him alone.
Yes. Okay.
Logan's not with her.
Yes. Okay. So I want to say another thing. Logan has just been on Larry King Live talking
Mhm.
about whatever. Now he is on school campus. We have just seen a scene of Charlie Stone being swarmed by paparazzi.
Yeah.
No one is batting an eye seeing Logan walking around on campus. I have not seen anyone react to him as if he is a minor celebrity or a local celebrity, which would happen. There are kids of famous people that go to places, and people look at them differently. It's just a way that it would be seen. Maybe not in Neptune High School in the first season, because everyone would have been just like used to him being there. But when he's at this college and he just was on Larry King Live, which is huge at the time. Also, it's like one of the biggest stories of, if you even know what Neptune is, you know of it because of the Logan Eccles trial, the Aaron Eccles trial. It's just like, give me a couple extras that are just like looking at him in the background. I just need something.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But yeah, he sends Veronica to go find Norman Phipps. She does. She goes to his place. She's there alone. She barges into his room, and I was like, what is going on, man? Like, you're there alone with this guy?
You don't have to go inside his room to get a watch.
No. It was so, I was like, dude, what are you doing?
And she doesn't even do the thing where she keeps distance where the door is behind her so that she can go. She walks into the room where he is now protecting the
blocking
doorway.
the door. Yeah.
It is.
And she's like, how'd you do it? I want the pocket watch back. And he reveals that he was tapped into the real Charlie Stone's phone.
Mhm.
And that's how he got Logan's number to call him back or whatever.
We failed to mention that the reason that Logan went on to Larry King was to scoop this story. And on this story, and on this Larry King, he revealed that Charlie Stone was his half brother as a way to out him.
Get ahead of it. Yeah.
No, just to out his brother, because he thinks his brother is the one who leaked the Vanity Fair guy onto him.
Oh, okay.
Which I also thought was a reach, because that was what I was confused by, but that's what Logan thinks. Logan thinks his brother, when he called him, then said, hey, Vanity Fair, you can go interview this guy and pretend to be me for some, like, it's such a mental leap to go to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we see the brother like, oh no, his life is ruined because the paparazzi's taking pictures. That will last like 3 days. I mean, the students might be like, "Oh, you're Logan Eccles or Aaron Eccles' son." They'll be like, "Okay, but you're like a full grown teacher now, and like you're what's the story there?"
Yeah.
known philanderer had kid out of wedlock. Like how long does that last? Like think about Schwarzenegger's illegitimate kid. Like I think that was like a story for a while.
Anything about him? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like.
But Veronica goes to Logan and she tells him that the reporter was acting alone and he was tapping into real Charlie Stone's phone when he called, and your real half brother's innocent. And Logan is like, "Oh, well, I just was at your family's house for dinner and I see what you and your dad have, and I wish I had something like that. I wish I had that kind of relationship with my family." And then he calls the real Charlie Stone. And he's like, "Hey, sorry for all the voicemails. This is the third time's a charm," or whatever. He leaves a message. He wants to kind of get in touch with the real Charlie Stone, his real half brother, but he's not picking up.
And he doesn't.
Then he goes out on his balcony and contemplates life some more.
Yeah, and we're all just like, "Hey, don't jump," because we've seen you jump off of a bridge before. We've also seen another person stand on the edge of this. This is the same murder hotel that your dad was killed in. And you were shot at. They
lingered on him on that balcony for a little too long. I was like, is something about to happen?
And you know what? I'm going to call absolute bullshit on the guy tapping the phone of Charlie Stone. Because why would you tap his phone? Why would you tap his phone when no one knows that Charlie Stone is his brother?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me this Vanity Fair guy is looking for a story on Logan Eccles, right?
He did all the same whiteboard research that Veronica did.
But he found out that he had a illegitimate brother. Like he had a half brother and Aaron Eccles had another son. But that wasn't a big enough story for him. And he managed to then tap that would be the story. People don't know about the brother. You don't need Logan. Why are you tapping his phone being like, "I hope Logan calls you even though he doesn't know you exist"? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. You would just run the story about the brother, and then that would get to Logan, and Logan would be like, what is this Vanity Fair article about me having a half brother? And then Veronica would be like, "Oh shit, that's where the money's going to." But it wouldn't be some other guy found out before Veronica did and has just been waiting for Logan to. What?
Yeah.
That absolutely makes zero sense. That's the story. Yeah. The story is the brother. Why would you have to pretend to be surfing with Logan?
Why not?
Vanity Fair's like, "Wow, this is a good scoop, but you think you could give us a little more insight into Logan?" Like, no, the brother. I can talk to Trina if I want anything. She's an open book. Trina will tell you anything.
Yeah, she seems like she would spill a lot. Yeah.
Between the adopted Trina Eccles, then you got this new Charlie Stone character. That's your story. And then you just you're like, "Logan, hey, we're going to print this whether or not you want to or not, if you want to say something on the record."
Yeah.
But there's no way he's tapping this guy's phone.
What is it in particular? So you said that this episode bummed you out. What was it in particular that bummed you out about this episode?
A lot of the two things with the main case. The Veronica not believing that Dick could be a rapist when we know that he absolutely has the potential, that the show keeps flashing back to this Pomeroy party. The fact that we get a photo of a guy who might need questioning, and it's just like, "Yeah, it wasn't you guys, it was someone else." No bringing up to Parker, like, did you see this guy at the party? Like, she doesn't ask her later in the later scene. She's like, "It wasn't them, and I want to find the right person." You have a photo of a guy who is the prime suspect. And when she met Chew, she was straight up. I think she was so much more aggressive towards Chew when she interviewed him than she has been with like Dick or like any of these other people. And he was like, "Hey, I just handed out soda." And she was like, "Oh, well, you know what? Seems like you're suspect number one since you're the first person I questioned and you're the token here." And I was like, "Geez, like what are we doing?" And this guy has a girlfriend too. So like she could probably talk about his whereabouts that night. She never asked. Veronica, when she confronted that girl, never asked, "Hey, were you at the night of the party, were you with Chew later at night? She does not ask that because it seems like, again, she's thinking that Chip had sex with Chew's girlfriend and that's why he's not telling. But that's like so convenient. But then if he was having sex, it would have been during the party, which would have been like what?
Yeah.
At the latest midnight?
Several hours before. Yeah.
Yeah. And the party was still actively going on. He said that he had to just run money upstairs.
Yeah, it seems like Veronica's picture that she got from the ATM,
yeah,
Claire still had her hair.
So it was before.
At some point between 2 and 5 is when all this happened, the head shaving, her waking up alone in the park or whatever.
Yeah. But
the party was definitely going to be over.
It'd be thinning out at least. But here's what I'm saying. The way your head is getting shaved, you are definitely being drugged and drunk. Like you're definitely
have to also be somewhere where there's like an electrical outlet too.
You can have a wireless.
Unless they have a battery powered fucking head shaver.
Yeah. There's
doing that.
There's battery powered ones. What are you talking about? There's
I mean, it's made it seem like the one when it happened to Parker was. Yeah, I guess.
No, that's yeah.
Like, I don't know. That was nowhere. That was a dumb thought.
You're like,
I don't know. I just was thinking about like,
no,
she wakes up in a park alone, just like shaving someone's head in public or like in a park. I don't know, man.
No, the thing is though, I would assume at this point you have to assume the guy that is with her at the convenience store is the person that did it because she's already like wasted and he's with her. It's not like she went to another party and took another drink and got another. Like this guy needs to be questioned at the start of next episode right away.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand why they're so casual. Why Veronica's so casual about like, here's a picture of a possible suspect. And she's not even showing it to the ladies. She's not like, hey, any of you women, any of you bald cat women, have you seen this guy before? Like, honestly, like, how is that not the immediate question?
Yeah, no, I mean, she should be taking that to campus police, going to the dean with it. Like, hey, who is this guy?
If it doesn't start with questioning him, it should be posted up on the boards. Has anyone seen this man? And before you post it up, please talk to Claire about that before you post her photo of her being wasted with a guy that possibly assaulted her.
We could crop Claire out of that photo.
Yeah, but you have to investigate this guy.
I feel like she could go to Sheriff Deputy Sachs about it.
No,
Sachs
you go to
seems
Lamb.
Like he's a good, decent
Who gives a fuck? You go to Lamb with this and be like, hey, look into this.
He wouldn't look into it.
He has to solve some crime. I don't think he solved a big case yet.
Yeah, he hasn't solved anything. Every case that he's like tried to make happen falls apart.
Terrence Cook, the mayor, murdered. The Aaron Eccles got off. Like he needs to solve something.
Yeah, he needs a W. Anyway, next episode is titled President Evil.
Oh my God, a Resident Evil reference.
Yeah.
President Evil. Okay. I want to say
Turns out.
I wanted to say this has something to do with Weevil. Weevil is running for shop steward or like union person for the maintenance workers at the school.
Okay. I'm gonna say that turns out the Veronica finds out who the rapist was, and it's a zombie, and she has to shoot it in the head.
I would love that, honestly. I would absolutely love that.
This episode comes out on Halloween in 2006.
Yeah. My big questions, I brought it up. You know what? I didn't bring this up. Logan at the end of the episode stares off in the balcony at his fucking baller pin. And I was like, so is Logan going to move out of the murder hotel to save money? Like that was the start of this episode. That's what kicked it all off. It was him trying to figure out where the money went. It ended up with him having a half brother. This show was just throwing stuff out.
Somebody in Discord was talking about watching the soap opera All My Children or whatever, Days of Our Lives or something. And this is like really crossing into soap opera territory. Like there is like I would be I wouldn't be surprised if like one of these episodes Logan's got a twin brother and he's like playing both parts and shit. Like this show is getting ridiculous.
We were twins combined at birth. Like what? That doesn't even make any sense.
Like he's got like he's missing an arm. It's like because you ate my other arm in the womb.
I mean,
I don't even know what to expect anymore, man.
We're gonna find out like, oh, those condoms were defective, and now one of the victims is going to be pregnant, and then Veronica's like,
God,
oh,
you're right.
All we have to do is wait 9 months, and then we can do a DNA test. Like,
I mean, we did do a pregnant coma, then die shortly after with Meg.
That is straight soap opera level stuff too.
Yeah, this is soap opera. This is telenovela shit, dude. Like this is nuts.
It's like I brought this up on Discord, but it's like they deal with such a serious subject matter, but it has the soap opera feel. I don't know. It's like, but they also want you to feel bad for Logan at the end here. Like, oh, he ruined his connection with his brother. And I'm just like, there's so much melodrama. There's so much stuff happening. And then the side story of Keith and possibly hooking up with this lady.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want Veronica. I think the problem with this is that it's a 22 episode season, and they're really going to stretch out the Dick storyline to reveal what he did bad. And I was expecting us to have a different version of Dick to start the season after the brother. Your brother was a mass murderer.
Dude, not only do we have that knowledge, in episode 1, they specifically tell us Dick's been having a hard time with this. He's going through a lot. And like we see he is like drunk the whole time. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, maybe that's how he's dealing with this. And then he shows up at the end of the episode, though, and he's like, I really fucked up. Like, my life isn't going. And we thought that he like moved in with like Logan or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But then he's just rushing a frat the next episode.
Yeah. And why? And Veronica's like, you showed up. You said you did something bad. And I guess that's all Logan told me about. And I guess that's all you and Logan talked about that night. I guess you just played video games and watched the psychic TV show that came on. Like, I don't know. It's just like that. It's just the storytelling of that in the way that we saw Keith take that photo of the kiss and then the scene ends so that you can have the next scene for the reveal. And I feel like that's what we're doing with the Dick thing. And I wish they would not like stretch it out. I wish they would say what happened and then we dealt with the aftermath of what happened. Because now it's like we're hiding a mystery to reveal it. I want it to come out and I want that to cause what happens.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
But
that's a wrap on Charlie Don't Surf. Thanks for listening. Hop on our Discord. Let us know what you thought. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We're on True Blood now.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of True Blood this week. Yeah. Excited to talk about that. You want a shout out? Apple Podcast 5-star rating review, Spotify 5-star rating, screenshot, send it in to us, Amazon wishlist, get us something off of that. Some bitch. Yeah. Got the Twilight stuff on Patreon too. And that's it. Thanks for listening and stay tuned next time for when we talk about President Evil.
Mind if I go put the screws to someone?
Go ahead. Screw your brains out.
Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.